All right, everybody, welcome back to the #1 television program in the history of the entire universe. I am Brian Lee Durfee, author of The Forgetting Moon, The Blackest Heart, and The Lonesome Crown. All three books published by Simon & Schuster's Saga Press. Today I'm going to be reviewing Wolf Pack by C.J. Box, book number 19 in his Joe Pickett mystery series. And I'm telling you right now, folks, this is the best book about peregrine falcons fighting off drones that I have ever read. Now let's talk about the cover first, because you know I love graphic design and cover illustration. And all the C.J. Box books have really decent covers, a nice, and they're all designed similarly. And they've all got a nice Wyoming scene. This is one with the cowboy riding away from us now. I'll pan over through my library here. We've got a big library, but all of my C.J. Box collection is right up there. So you can see how all of the spines match. They all look good on the shelf together. Anyway, so the covers always get an A+, just because, the set looks nice on the shelf when they're all lined up. And that's important to book collectors, And publishers should take note. Book collectors like it when all of their collection has spines that match up and it looks nice on a shelf. But of course, publishers, well, at least the one for C.J. Box's publisher has taken note. But most don't. Most don't give up. Anyway, let's get to the book. So, Joe Pickett, the Game Warden. This is his 19th adventure. If you want to watch any of my other reviews, because I've reviewed the previous 18 books on this channel, all you need to do is type in my last name, Durfee, and C.J. Box, and any and all of those reviews will magically appear upon your computer screen. They really will, I promise you. That's how the internet works. So anyway, book starts out not with our main hero, Joe Pickett, the Game Warden, but at the different Game Warden, a lady named Caitlin Ham, who we not met before. No, we have not met her before. It's during shed season. Now, do you know what shed season is? Well, in the West, deer and elk, their horns come off, their antlers come off, and they drop from their heads and they just fall into the sagebrush. And it's a big thing for people to go out and look for these treasures. People love going out shed hunting. I mean, it's almost as popular as deer hunting itself or elk hunting itself. People love to scour the deserts and the mountains for these lost antlers. And the bigger they can find, the better. Not only that, but some people collect the antlers, other people use them for other things. And I'll let you read the book to figure out what those other things are. But anyway, she's out kind of, and here's another thing. Shed season is almost like deer hunt season, where you can't just do it whenever you want. There's a specific time where the Fish and Game Department and the government lets you go do this. So it's kind of like poaching. If you're out hunting for shed and it's not during the shed season, it's not during when you can do it, you can get arrested for poaching. And so she's out there. This Caitlin Ham is out there in the Wyoming wilderness, and she's on the trail of some people that are hunting sheds when they shouldn't be. And she's searching for them. They're out there before the season starts. And anyway, she hears a noise above herself. She gets her truck stuck in the snow, first of all. And then she hears something above, and she can't figure it out. And then all of a sudden she realizes that there's a herd of deer running her way. And the deer are spooked by something. And then she realizes what she's hearing is a drone. And there's a drone chasing these deer. And these deer are spooked, and when the deer get spooked, they do stupid things. They run into stuff, they jump off of cliffs, they fall into gullies, and they hurt themselves. And so this herd, a lot of the deer get hurt, and she has to go put them out of their misery. And she's very upset at whoever's flying this drone, because it's illegal to do that. It's illegal to spook the herds for no reason and cause these panicked animals to hurt themselves. So she's pissed off. That's where the book starts. Now we go to describing. We get a little plot thing with Joe Pickett and his family, and Joe Pickett is our main guy. He is the game warden, and his family. One of the reasons I love this series, is because we follow his family. And his oldest daughter, Sheridan, who in book 1, which was 18 books ago, was just a little kid. Now she's like in her 20s. His second daughter, April, who is an adopted daughter, she's also old. And Sheridan and April have been the focal point of a lot of the books because they tend to date bad guys. And a lot of the bad guys they date tend to be enwrapped in a lot of the mysteries that Joe Pickett has to solve. Well, now his youngest daughter, Lucy, is to the age where she can start dating bad guys too. And so she's now dating a person who may or may not be involved in a lot of the shenanigans that are going on in 12 Sleep County or whatever it's called, or city, or I can't remember what the name of the place is. I should remember, considering I've been reading 18 books about the place. Anyway, there's a group of people called the Wolf Pack. Yeah, this book isn't about an actual pack of wolves. The Wolf Pack is a band of cold-blooded killers that work for the Sinaloa cartel. And they are assassins, and they have swept into 12 Sleep and doing bad assassin-y cartel-ish things. So now we've got these cartel serial killers. We've got these people poaching shed, and then we've got this other plot with the drones that are herding animals and herds of elk and deer into bad situations. We got to solve all of this. And then in comes, of course, Romanowski. He's the one that is the Falcon guy. He's the one he's kind of our Jack Reacher of the series, but he also loves falcons and he's into falconry. And so he sets, and then it's a cool scene, and this is a little spoilery for about a third of the way into the book, but he does set his peregrine falcons at war against the drones, which is cool. I liked it. But anyway, the gist of this series is, who is the Wolf Pack after? Will Caitlin, the game warden, and Joe Pickett, the game warden, figure out why the cartel is so busy in their area, what's going on with the shed hunters, what's going on with the drone flyers, and how does it all tie together? Especially concerning the young man that Joe Pickett's youngest daughter, Lucy, is dating. That's the plot in a nutshell. I think I did a pretty good job of describing it. One of my favorite of the Joe Pickett books, but I keep saying that. I've read 18, and I think I say that about every one of them. Again, another 10 out of 10. Effortlessly written. C.J. Box, in my opinion, is like Michael Connelly. Both of them could just be the Michael Jordans of the mystery, police procedural genre. Anyway, 10 out of 10.